Hey guys, welcome. This is Brad Krantz. Thanks for joining me today. Timely topic, my thoughts on the growing homeless issue in Kalispell. I really felt led to want to reach out and share my thoughts on it. I wanted to broaden the scope of the conversation by jumping in and taking a lead on this. Obviously this topic's fraught with much emotion. It directly affects many people in our community, but it ultimately affects all of us that live here. We've had everything from a letter to the county commissioners, a jam-packed city council meeting, and most recently a special library board meeting to address the issue of the growing homeless population and its impact on the city and Flathead Valley here. The county commissioner's letter sparked some controversy by stating in brief, facilities that only offer shelter and no accountability exacerbate the problem. Therefore, it's our hope that our community will be unified in rejecting all things that empower the homeless lifestyle. And I happen to agree with that. Okay, hang on though. Regarding the library, the county is spending some $70,000 on increased security at our library. They're now considering adding security personnel due to transients attempting to hide in the county-owned buildings, and when they close, and then to intervene when transients threaten and frighten the patrons of the facility and children using the county facilities, in this case, again, the library. We attended the library board special meeting on Monday the 30th that have to do with the security and employee safety issues. It looks like they're going to hire a security firm, at least on a month-to-month basis, to see if that helps stop the problem. They've had some 200 some instances last year overall between the three libraries. Kalispell Library alone has had 50 incidents this month alone, January, and that means where they had to call the police. So it is a big and growing issue. Obviously, homelessness has many causes, right? Let's be realistic, and the results. And there is no easy answer. I just want to be clear about that. I don't have all the answers. I'm going to ask some questions, but I want to get the conversation going. I want to enter in here because I care. Okay. Some of the background, as a resident of the Seattle area, I lived there for 61 years with my family. It's my home. I relocated here with my family in late 2021. And we came here to be a positive addition to the community, both in our lives and our beliefs. Again, I'm going to repeat this again, but we want to be part of the solution, not just part of a problem, right? So I'd like to share some perspective on the homeless issue. Seattle, 18th largest city in the country. It's about 760,000 population, an estimated metro population of about 4.1 million as of 2022. Makes it the 15th largest metropolitan statistical area in the United States, and it includes its largest county, King County, where we live. Seattle Times article from just July of this last year, 2022, noted that according to data from using a count compiled by King County that tracks every homeless person who uses services like shelter, medical, and behavioral health throughout the year, which the authority says captures a more holistic count of the homelessness in the county. There's some pretty low numbers. This don't look legit. They arrived at a figure of just under 41,000. Okay, so from my own observations and the time living there, I got all over the city of Seattle. I think that figure is pretty accurate. It maybe even be low. I don't know. But the city, get this, they spend more than $100 million each year through 2024 to address homelessness. And it's obviously not working. Throwing more money and resources at this problem will not solve it. I'll guarantee you that. Okay, I submitted a letter. It's published in the Beacon if you want to read it. But Seattle struggled with the homeless issue from years back, dating about the early 2000s, from what I can gather, which only worsened during the pandemic. And Seattle and King County ranked as the number 3 area in the nation with the most homeless people in 2020. I'm going to post a link here for your access of the homeless states of America. It's going to give you the top 10 homeless cities, so you can kind of get an idea, watch some video clips, see what's going on in those cities. Okay, but needless to say, Seattle business owners are fed up with the problem stemming from the homeless crisis, with more businesses that are fleeing because of the crime and related violence. And in my lifetime, I will just say Seattle has grown much worse, not better, in its homelessness and crime because of failed policy. So we don't want to take on failed policies. And Seattle is arguably one of the top 10 states for homelessness. I think in all reality, it's out of control and beyond repair. So we need to frame the problem here, right? I want to switch gears. That's the problem. So what are your solutions, Brad? Okay, glad you asked. Part of me believes that the well-known line from the movie Field of Dreams, build it and you will come, is apropos. And I think we're seeing that since the homeless warming center was built here, that homeless population has increased. But another part of me sees the need for more and better facilities to treat the underlying causes related to mental health and drugs. I think the county commissioners have stated that. I'm on board with that, right? That there needs to be some treatment there, but there also has to be accountability. Okay. And as a Christian, I want to be sensitive to my role. As Apostle Paul wrote to the Galatians in Galatians 2:10, said, only they asked us to remember the poor, the very thing I was eager to do. Okay. So I want to be part of the solution, not just part of the problem. So we must remember the poor. And we got to work towards solutions that are not just politically motivated and driven by sympathy alone, that results in just, throwing endless amounts of money at it, hoping it will work, because again, it will not. So we have to ask questions like, what are the priorities for the city and the county budgets? What do we want from our local government? There's only a limited amount of resources available, but we need ultimately, I think, a community solution, one that empathizes. And I agree on this, but we have to determine, what does empathy look like? Okay. So let's come together as a community and make the Flathead Valley an example of how to resolve an issue. Okay. We're not too late, I believe, to set a correct course on this, but we got to take action now and be clear on where we want to go. The commissioner's letter ends with a plea that's asking for our citizens to help us reverse the damage that's being done today. And I think most people agree there's some damage, there's some issues, we've got to deal with it, but it's not a problem that's going to go away. Okay. So please reach out to me with your thoughts, your comments on how we can work to solve this issue. I look forward to hearing from you. I look forward to being part of the conversation as we look to deal with this problem and come up with a solution that works for the whole community. Thank you so much for joining me today. Have a great day. Bye-bye.